If among philosophers there are disagreements on the question of the scientific nature of philosophy, then psychologists of different schools have usually no doubts about the scientific character of psychology. From time to time, it's however disputed among representatives of natural sciences, who do not find sufficient basis for confirming scientific verification within psychology. But such doubts are, as a rule, not able to shake the faith of psychologists themselves regarding the scientific nature of their own research. And the basis of the metaphysics of psychology is indeed altogether scientific. It comes down to the subordination of empirical material to causality. Psychology's brief is accordingly the study of deterministic mental and behavioral states. Psychology does not proceed from the concept that all people react in the same way. And in this context, it is important to highlight that people are considered to be reacting, that is, not acting only. Since according to the metaphysics of psychology, there is always a certain causal basis for certain psychological situations. But psychology proceeds from the basis that there is a certain set, or more precisely, a certain set of interrelationships of psychological components that make up mental states that are in question, and which can be analyzed in a certain way. In other words, that it would be possible to reconstruct human psychology on the basis of the correct identification and composition of universal mental elements according to principles of metamorphosis similar to the ones of the Mendeleev's periodic systems of chemical elements. Or as the French philosopher Henri Bergson characterized the situation: the difficulties and contradictions of all kinds to which theories of personality have come stem from the fact that we imagine, on the one hand, an equally unchanging I that serves as a support for these difficulties. How could this unity and this multitude be united? How could they make up a self that lasts if themselves do not last? Is there a unity because change is simply added to it, and plurality because it's made up of changing elements? But the truth is that there is neither a solid, immobile substratum, nor individual states that pass through it like actors through a stage. There is simply a continuous melody of our spiritual life, an indivisible melody that stretches from the beginning to the end of our conscious existence. And this is our personality. In our next session of this series, we will continue this theme by analyzing the metaphysical basis of psychoanalysis.